I'm a mom of 7, and I'm 33.
Okay.
With being a mom of 7, do you think that a woman of multiple children is still capable of finding someone?
First, let me ask you before I make the statement. Do the kids have the same father?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay. So this is a little, hold on. We're talking about 7 children. Okay. This is no offense to you because it's absolutely possible for you to find a quality man. What makes it a tad bit difficult is that you have to find a man who has the financial footing to take care of you and 7 children. And then you also have to be able to find a man who is going to be willing to come in and create structure in that household. 7 children on one person is a lot to create structure in. So there's a lot that this man is going to have to come in and do. On top of that, creating a secure space for you when you have to be a mother and you have to take care of the majority of the things that happen in a house. Are you going to have the ability to be able to love this man in a way that he needs to be loved, in a way that registers as love to him when you have to love 7 other individuals? You're going to need a man who can love those children as his own.
Yep.
That is a huge responsibility to put on a person who does not have those children. Those are not his kids.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were you, no disrespect, I'll try to work it out with the father.
Yeah.
7 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really.
That's a lot to put
That's
on
a
somebody.
I mean, she was just doing what she wanted to do, having fun.
She's
Living
With
free.
one man, though.
Right.
Yeah,
One
they're
man.
just-
One
that's why I said
man.
be specific.
I honestly doubt she had all them kids by that one man, but I'm gonna go with it for conversation's sake. Anybody who wants to tackle the video first? Anybody?
what's the question?
Just do you think that, first of all, let's ask this question first. Does that woman have a hope of finding a quality man?
Yes,
Her specifically.
Hell no.
She does.
What's a quality man? Like,
Again,
can we define
She
that?
just needs to manifest him.
You know what?
I think it's gonna be
I think a quality
difficult.
man.
Go ahead.
I think a quality man in this situation is what the lady was describing. She was just saying that a man that's coming in, financial footing, willing to take care of the kids,
Mhm.
coming in, creating structure, and
Yeah.
that in this situation, that's what we deem as a quality man.
Okay.
Thank you, Oliver.
I think it's going to be very
teacher.
difficult. I don't want to ever say anything's impossible, but
It is.
her chances are very slim. I think if she had less children, then her chances of finding that man would increase. It's a lot to put on somebody, especially if they're coming in without kids, or if they're coming in with kids, you're feeding 7 plus however many you're coming into the relationship with.
Yep.
So for a man who gets with a woman that has kids, especially that many, you're not just dating her, you're dating the kids. And then if y'all become serious, that's your household as well. And that's a lot to expect for somebody to take on. So I think her chances are decreased.
You wouldn't say he's a real man for stepping up? I'm just asking.
He's not a stepfather. He's a father that stepped up.
Exactly. I'm just asking.
I mean, if he could soldier that, I would respect it. That's a lot.
Fair enough.
Oh, brother.
Who's next? Anybody? Somebody just hop in.
Or should she just go back and try to get back with baby daddy?
Shit, I would at that
Ideally,
point if I
yes.
got 7.
That's your best shot.
That's
your
That's
best
a
shot.
lot of kids. This economy's trash.
I would
too.
just say
She's
it's,
having fun.
I would just say it's very unlikely for her, and her best shot is to try to work it out with the father.
I would
Absolutely.
at that
That's
point.
Your best shot.
Yeah.
Uh,
I agree.
go ahead. Why do you agree, Kay?
Because I
Into the mic too.
I've noticed that it is a struggle with one child, with a woman trying to find another partner after having just one child. So 7, it just seems very unlikely. And I agree, she should just try to rekindle everything with the father because they were good, 7
7
kids.
times.
child cycles.
Assuming that was really the case.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You really had 7 kids with the dude. I mean,
So let me kind of try to break this down. And the thing that I loved about Kevin Samuels is that he broke things down like systematically. And if you really look at the math on this, I think you said no. Like the majority of people are struggling with one or no children right now in this economy. The kind of man that could come in and provide not only for her and 7 other kids, that's going to be a man that's either a high 6-figure earner or a multi-millionaire.
Literally.
Homie, 7
And
kids, that's past.
You have to
6
keep
figures,
it a
like,
buck. The woman, she was cute, but she wasn't like bad enough to really overlook that. And if a man's that high 6-figure earner or a multi-millionaire, why would he pick a man with all that, a woman with all that baggage when he could go get a 21-year-old with none of that baggage? Now, realize, like you said, possibility and probability are 2 very different things. Anything is technically possible, but is it probable? Hell no. And on top of that, women are just naturally, you guys are resource extractors. You deal with women long enough, you're going to be paying for food, for presents, birthdays, spa days, nails, stuff like that eventually, right? Not only are you paying for that, now you're paying for 7 other kids. So,
and they all have the right to say, "You not my daddy."
Exactly. And you have all that responsibility.
And you're gonna say, "Don't beat my kids,"
with none or little authority. So it's not a good deal for any man to come in there and deal with that. And my other thing, like we were talking about earlier, if y'all notice at the end of the video, she said work out with the father. She was like, nah, I can't do that. But here's my thing again. If he's that bad of a man, you can't work it out with him. Why'd you give him 7 kids?
Exactly.
Why would you
ever? And let me also say something, TK, and I'm gonna tell you what I've noticed being out here. A lot of the times, women will gas their friends up and tell them lies. Girl, you deserve better. You can easily find another man. Da 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 da. I think instinctively as a woman, she knows like I got 7 kids by this guy. Da, da, da. I probably should try to stick it out with him. But sometimes they friends will tell them the wrong shit. They'll be like, "Girl, what you talking about? You a 10. You still look good. You still this. You still that." A dude will be happy to pick you up. And that's just a bold-faced motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to be pragmatic with your friends.
A damn lie.
Yeah, we're just not telling.
Sorry.
The
comment.
truth with those situations. There was something. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You go ahead. You got it.
Well, for myself, since I know I have little ones, and just kind of, again, damn sure I don't got no 7, but either way, it ain't no 7.
Had to make that clear, right?
I ain't got no 7 kids or nothing like that. But I just kind of feel like, again, like you don't really know. Maybe I probably would need like a little bit more information, quite honestly. Like there again, not saying as wise as you guys have kind of already made, not only in this particular show tonight, but in other coach shows, that sometimes women don't do the best in their vetting process, and sometimes they go off on their. Again, I'm just saying right now, like sometimes, all the time, whatever the case may be, don't do well in their vetting process. So during that time, while yes, she maybe made a lot of not smart choices by maybe getting pregnant multiple times. Maybe some of them kids are twins. We don't really know like how all of them came about. It may have been a thing where that maybe had been like the case. I have also seen at real live like a woman that has 5 children. And every so often she was trying to make things work out with him, and this man had kicked her out, and they're like in the middle of the night, it was storming Raymond with her baby, and they have multiple children together. And like, but I'm saying that's the thing. But I'm like, somebody with that type of knowing like, hey, this man either, let's say he was either beating on her, not helping her, or different things. Like eventually, hey, I kept trying to make things work. Let's say I was doing good for a little bit, but overall, if I'm sitting there like just talking to myself, this man don't really treat me that great, and I've tried so long, and now it's unfortunate. Now I got 7 kids, and it's finally hit me like, damn, I'm
it should have hit you way before then.
Yeah, it should have hit you after one. It should have, but I'm just, again, we talking about just being realistic. Yeah. It should have. For a lot of us, a lot of time we get in a situation where it should have hit us a lot sooner, but but in her particular situation, if she realized, like, hey, it is what it is now, can't take the kids away, they here now. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather just, at that point, I feel like if it's between maybe the other dude working things on her baby dad, who maybe treated her badly, maybe just be by yourself.
I would.
I'm with you. I get it. There's abusive situations, there's things like that. But even, and this may sound up, but even in those situations, 7 kids, and we can even look into studies of this. It's the studies show it's still better to keep the household together, even if it's for the sake of the kids and their growth. No. 7,
not for abuse.
Not for abuse. No.
I love how they just interrupt me and don't let me finish, but it's all good. I only speak once, ladies. Continue.
Well, again, no, it's just a no for me.
I mean, you didn't hear my whole point, so
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You only speak once. I'm guessing you're not speaking no more.
Fair enough.
So I just I just think that again, women just have to do a better job at vetting men because one of my favorite sayings is that there are no victims, there are only volunteers.
Facts.
So you already know that men very rarely go from 0 to 100. There's always some kind of red flag there. A guy won't start by hitting you or like beating on you, something like that. It's normally a case where a guy like might raise his voice and then get into your face and then push you. Then the hit comes. There are pieces of men that do it to go from 0 to 100, but most guys don't do that. And my point when I tell women is that when you see that first time when y'all get into an argument and he starts yelling at you or calling you out your name, that's a sign not to say, hey, this is going to get better. That's a sign to run for the hills. Most women stay and be like, hey, it was one time. It'll get better. Problems never get better with time. They only get worse. And that's what I always advise women to do. Just make sure when you see that first red flag or something, not a genuine mistake, but a red flag, you need to leave.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But once the game has already started, though, what should she do, TK? What would you recommend she do?
This is an easy thing for me. I like I said, possibility and probability. I could possibly go out here to hit the lottery for $400 million tomorrow. Is it probable? Hell no, I'm not going to plan my life around a possibility. So if she can't work out with a father, like her being abusive or he's like a piece of shit, then I would say she's better off just being alone. I ain't gonna hold you.
And that's where it goes back to the government thing that Claire was talking about earlier about why like a lot of families in the Black community don't stay together.
Yeah.
That's like I said, that's just one. We talk about a lot of the reasons why the Black family broke up. We don't talk about that a lot because women don't want to. Our women don't want to talk about that. Nope, they don't want to talk about it, even though that's one of the big reasons why the Black family.
Because if she didn't have the government, there's no way she'd be able to be by her fucking self with 7 kids. There's no fucking way.
So I guess that brings to the next question. Do you guys feel like women lose value when they have children?